When I was 50, I became a writer by pure accident. And if you ask me, thanks to Sharon, ex-Prime Minister of Israel, and to my mother-in-law. These two people made a writer out of me. You all remember in 2003, Israel occupied the occupied Palestine. And they came, and I wake up one day, and there are 13 tanks in front of our house. My mother-in-law was living alone, thanks God. She was 91 years old, living next to Al-Muqata'a. So we were put under curfew at that time for 42 days. And the first time they lifted the curfew, I tried to get to my mother-in-law. I don't know if I tried enough, but I didn't succeed. I tried another time. The army turned me back. The third time, I managed to bring Salim to come and live with me under curfew. And I ended up with 2 occupations. One inside the house and one outside the house. And I don't know, to tell you the truth, which one is more difficult. One time I told the Israelis, I may forgive you one day for what you did to us, but I shall never forgive you for having my mother-in-law with me for 42 days, which felt like 42 years. Okay, as a result, she came, and you all lived under occupation, and you all lived under curfew, and you know what it means. So, you don't know, it's morning, afternoon, Monday, Tuesday. You are totally confused about the time. No, but my mother-in-law, she wanted to eat exactly at 8, the breakfast, lunch at 1, and dinner at 7. And at 8, she would knock at my door. سعاد, يلا تعالي, بدنا نحضر الفطور. يا حماتي, we just, I was staying all night, actually, writing emails to my friends, telling them how terrible my mother-in-law was. And I couldn't tell her that I stayed until 4 o'clock writing about you, mother, just leave me alone. Anyway, I ended up 42 days that made me write 42 stories. And I sent them to Crazy Morgantini, Louise Morgantini, and she takes them to a publisher, and next thing I know that I am a writer. And that book, Sharon and My Mother-in-Law, made it into I don't know how many languages. It changed my life. It became a success. And I was thinking, what is it about this Sharon and My Mother-in-Law that made it so? I was going to Sydney to talk about my mother-in-law. I was going to America to talk about my mother-in-law. I was going everywhere. God damn it, I did a PhD in architecture. I never got there. But one book about my mother-in-law, then here I am. Really in a place like the occupation of Israel, which doesn't make sense. Neither the wall makes sense, neither the checkpoints make sense, neither being thrown out of your homeland nothing makes sense. And that's why I decided that humor and making fun of the situation is the best way to survive during this occupation. Because I always say, we Palestinians, if we see everything, if we hear everything, or if we react like human beings, we will really explode. And I have decided that writing humor and making fun of the situation is the best mechanism to go through life.